Hello, welcome back, guys, to another episode of Canuck and Nuts with the Halifax Vikings. Sorry for the delay in between episodes. I've just been super busy. I've been sick. I've also been out of the country for a little bit. But I'm back and I'm ready to keep this series rolling. So we left off at 28, 31, and 4. Good enough for 7th in the Metro with 60 points. Obviously, we're not going to be a playoff team this year. We made one trade at the end of the video last episode. We traded our expiring contract of Chris Kreider to Toronto for Andreas Janssen, a second this year and a third next year. I believe that's the only move I'm going to make this trade deadline, guys. I don't think we need to make anything else. I have 3 first rounds and 4 second rounds for this draft, so we have a lot of assets. So I just want to get some contracts. I put Vince Dunn in for a 4.475 before realizing that I was not recording. So Hayden Fleury, we're going to cut down the salary just by doing the 0.85, so he fell about 4.6. I'll be decent enough and do 4.8 for him. Thomas Vanek doesn't want to come back. That's okay. We could also just see about him. Nemestikov does want to stay, so we'll see what he wants, but $4 million. 0.05 times 0.85. That'd be about 3.4, so I'd be willing to go to 3.625. Gurionov has not played as much, but it would be helpful. I just want to see his stats. He's played 31 games and got 13 points. Could be better. I'm not lowballing. Like I said, I'm doing the whole 0.85, but I really don't want to give him that. 3.1 is what they're saying, so I'll do 3.15 and see if that's good enough. Brendan Lepsic wants to come back. That's fine. 1.6, that's not much to worry about. Melker Karlsson wants to come back. I will gladly accept him back. And for that contract, I will. And for goaltenders, Halak does not want to come back. So that's fine. We still have UC Saros. So I just like to see what we could get for Thomas Vanek and possibly now Yaroslav Halak. Obviously, I'm not going to trade Halak just for the sake of trading him. But it'd be nice to get a return. Vanek's all the way up there. I don't know where I'm going. Vanek's trying to get that Stanley Cup. So let's see if we can get anything. Connolly, now that'd be interesting. They want to give up a lot for Thomas Vanek with Brett Connolly. I've looked at him already. He only fits our penalties kill scheme, so I don't see him fitting in our lineup at all. Third and a fourth from Nashville. Third and a fourth from New Jersey. Vodker and 2 sevenths from Ottawa. Third and a fifth from Ottawa. Third and a fourth from St. Louis. And a third and a third for the Capitals. To me, right away, the Capitals deal looks nice. 2/3. One being this year and one being next year. The other one would have been, I just want to see Bodker. He's on an expiring deal, and I get 2 sevenths out of it. It's not the end of the world if we don't get this one. But Bodker, he fits on all penalty kills, so he doesn't fit our scheme either. So that's not going to fly. So I'm going to right away go back here and just deny the 2 player trades with Connolly and Bodker. So decline. And Ottawa decline. I'm going to go with the Washington one just because it's 2/3. And for Thomas Vanek, that's a nice move, especially he's, I think, 36 right now. So we're going to go trade him. He's now in Washington. And we are now got more picks than I thought we were going to. So Paul Byron's going to come up and he'll take over on the second line. And then I believe we'll just check out Halak if there's any move we can make. Like I said, it's not the end of the world if I can't get a deal for Halak. But we get more draft picks, which I like to see, especially for this rebuild, because I'm going to probably go make this whole team through drafting. And no one wants to pick up Halak. That's fine. So I think that's it for us, guys. We're going to go straight now and just finish the rest of the simulating season. So at the end of the video, at the end of the season, I'm going to go straight forward into the draft. I'm not going to do the draft. Karlsson resigns. I'm going to do the pre-draft interviews and see what we can get. Fleury stays. Gurionov's going to stay. Nemestikov's going to stay. Vince Dunn's going to stay. Lepsic's going to stay. So I think everybody just signed right there, which is perfect. Those are some guys we do want to build around. Or not just build around, but have a veteran presence. Griffin Reinhart is back. That's nice. Pavel Bykov, strained hamstring. That's the minors. More minor stuff. They had a lot of injuries. Nemestikov is healthy and back to play, so he'll go up on that first line with Kase and Kopp. I'm really hoping we don't win games. I would rather not win any games and try and get a higher pick. Obviously, there's Alexis Lafreniere, Cole Perfetti, Quentin Byfield, Lucas Raymond. A lot of great guys, and I could have just looked at that right there for the draft eligible players. Noel Achari back. That's the minors, and now we're winning, which is not what I want. I want to be losing so we can get a higher pick. But we got, like I said, we have 3 first-round picks. Now we have 5 second round picks, so we could easily move up to like the 31st if one of those picks do not become the 31st pick. We could easily take 2 picks of our seconds and move them up to a first. A lot of players on Prince Edward, they can do themselves. Yegor Yakolev will not be back till May. Noel Achari's back, and probably just a lot of injury bugs is not going to happen. Vince Dunn's back. We have 70 points as it stands right now, guys, so we do have a good team, obviously, right now. Obviously, I kept a lot of some of the lower 80s, like a Vince Dunn and the Brandon Carlos. But obviously, we're going to try and get a big name player. I want a big star, not a big star, but a nice prospect right away. I'm scared that we're going to finish with 80 points. And by the looks of it, we may finish with 80 points. Hopefully that doesn't. Alex Biega going down to the minors. I'm going to decline that. So first season, 37, 41, and 4. Good for 78 points. That's not going to be last place, but 69, 73, 74, 73. So we weren't completely last. And if you take a look right there, Nashville did not make the playoffs. So that's 2 lottery picks we have right there now with them not making it. So we finished roughly top 7, I think, when it comes to the bottom 7, sorry. Dallas going to take over the Presidents. And we finish... 27. So right there, we're down, and the highest. We can go all the way up to first, obviously, and let's hope we can get up to first. As well, he has Nationals now and Winnipeg. Will Winnipeg make the playoffs? But Nashville did not make the playoffs, so that is big for us. The fact that we now have 2 lottery picks, and now we're gonna go straight to the draft interviews. We'll see where we're drafting, and then I'll do some interviews. I would like to move up, guys. Obviously, if we don't get the first or anything in the top 3. Obviously, you guys can let me know in the comments what we should do about if we should move up. I'll look at the draft or the prospect pool after. So Andrew Kopp, by the way, finished first in points for our team with 55 points. So the Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup. San Diego Gulls win the Calder. We'll see if there's any. We'll see the retirements. So I'm looking here. Halifax, we did move down 1 as Edmonton jumped from 10 to 3. So we hold the 14th and we hold the 7th. We can move up. I would like to move up, but we'll take a look. So what would be around 7th? So Cole Perfetti could be around, and Anton Lundell would be around there. So that's not all that bad for centers. Marco Rossi as well. Ottawa 67 right there. I want to see where Winnipeg lost in the playoffs and see where that would be around. So Patrick Marleau retires. Hossa, Zetterberg, Chara, Kunitz, Erat, Roy, Nathan Horton, Johan Franzen, Matt Molson, Kyle Brodziak, Dennis Seidenberg, Steve Bernier, just to name a couple guys that did retire. As for goaltenders, Victor Foss being the top one, and Hannu Toivonen. And then a bunch of guys that maybe had not even a handful of games. When it comes to, I'm just looking, so Yuri Zatsiev retired from our minor league team, so we're going to have to replace that. And Kenneth Von Fersen retired as well, so we have to move that around. Nathan Horton's a scout, good for him. So let's go and do some interviews. So let's interview, first and foremost, I want to go and see Cole Perfetti about this one. I want to see if he could also be dropped down. So Cole Perfetti, I just want to see what is estimated NHL, his readiness, he thinks. I feel like it could be in the Cups, maybe a year. Okay, so a year's not all that bad, guys. Obviously, like I said, rebuilding team. I'm not scared to. I don't want to take on guys that are 5-year waits, but if it's going to be a year, that's more than fine with me. I want to know to him what his greatest strength would be, according to him. Has to be a shot. And what would be his weakness? His weakness is he's more of a skilled player, so his physicality is not always there. That's quite okay. I have Cole Perfetti at my offline He does grow pretty well. He's ranked about 7th, so which is fine. I want to do Marco Rossi just to see where he's at. So once again, I think he's going to be about 2 years out with Marco Rossi. He says he is 2 years, so I figured that one as much. Wouldn't be all that bad as well to get a guy like him. Personality, I want to see what kind of person he is. How would you describe your personality? I don't tend to get very bent out of shape. I think I'm a well-rounded personality. That's good to hear. And then his skills, I just want to see his strengths and weaknesses again. I have the one question. His strength, got to be his skating. He thinks he's fast, so good. Right, that's a good one right there, obviously, to look at. And then I'm going to go move down just a bit with my last interview just because I do have a lower pick. Another center. I have a lot of center options. Let's go with Jeremy Poirier. The scout has a pin on him, so I just want to see how much that would help. So I believe he'll be like a couple years out, but I always want to ask the question, how long? So he's about 3 years out. Interesting right there. His skills, he's a defenseman, sorry guys, I realized as well. So defensemen do take a bit longer. What is his biggest weakness? His senses. So obviously, like I said, he's got a lot to work on. And his strength, he says, his skating. So that's all the questions we have for him. Obviously, we can't get everybody, but he's a defenseman, and usually defensemen take a bit longer to develop than a regular forward. So that's it right there. Let's take a look at the awards, and I'm going to quickly judge where the Winnipeg Jets finished. So they've lost in the conference finals, so they're going to be around right where that Jeremy Poirier guy is, so that's actually not that bad of a talk with him. So it was the Maple Leafs, the Stars, and the Avalanche were on the finals. Sagan wins the Hart and the Art Ross. Yeah, the Art Ross. James Norris goes to Brett Burns, traded him to the Oilers. He brought an award. Evgeny Kuznetsov, the Lady Bing. Capo Caco takes home the Calder. Johnny Tavares takes home the Conn Smythe. Bobrovsky gets the Vezina. Carter Hart with the Williams Evans Jennings. Jacob Slavin with the Mill Basterton. Jack Adams goes to the New Jersey's. Kopitar, the Frank G. Selke. Sagan, Ted Lindsay. Maurice Rock-Richard, Maurice Rock-Richard goes to Tyler Sagan. Let's see how much of a year Tyler Sagan had. I just want to see because he took home the Art Ross and he took home the Maurice Rock-Richard. 53 goals, 111 points. Not bad actually for him at all. So that's roughly it, guys, where we are at for this episode. So next episode we are going to do the draft. I believe this is how it works. Projected picks, so 14th and 29th and 7th in the first round. And then we have the 6th not too long after in the second. So right there we're drafting 7th, 14th, 29th. Cole Perfetti, the listing right there for us. Marco Rossi right there. So we went around the same guys roughly that I figured that we could get. Well, if you take a look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 picks this draft. So we do have a lot of picks this year around, so we can use that to drafting properly. And I'm hoping that we could build a competitive team shortly. That's it for me, guys. Drop a like, drop a comment as well. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I will be back for episode number 3 where we do the draft free agency, and I will probably do the home opener for the next game. That's it for me, guys. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.